That's not Judge O'Donnell's picture, is it?
What? No, that's the prior judge.
Okay.
When a judge retires,
Oh, they put
his
the prior
picture goes
previous
up on the
one.
lawn. That's like if you ever been in Highlands Court, he
Yeah.
has the whole room filled, because that's the oldest courtroom in the house.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you know what time it is? Oh, it's right there, wow. I'm not used to having seen a clock.
A regular clock too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. I'm early for the first time. That's why I'm here, because I didn't appear. Failure to appear. In your experience, is it better, or is the judge in a better mood with earlier cases of the day or later cases of the
You're
day?
the first case of the day.
Is that good or bad?
So you're the one that sets the tone for the day, so be good.
All right.
How's that for an answer?
It makes sense. And if nothing else, make it good for everybody else.
Yes.
See, y'all couldn't have come and gotten me out of my pot early enough. There's a guy in there who just likes to debate every single thing. Every single thing. And to the point last night, or this morning, he was debating the whole pot on whether or not the earth was flat. I mean, and he was ridiculous. He wants to debate and bet everything. I saw a new form of betting last night. We were all playing chess for push-ups, and I guess two guys got tired of doing push-ups, so they bet bottles of water. Meaning, so if you lost, you had to chug a bottle of water.
Gotta keep yourself entertained, right?
Yeah, I guess so. One guy woke up, he said, "I've been pissing all night." That means you lost a lot, buddy. Hello,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Antigua.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Thanks for bringing them up early. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
How you doing?
I'm early for once. No, I'm sure.
Me too. All right, couple things that I want to talk to you before we went on the record.
All right.
The recommendation from Lisa Friend is for IOP.
Okay.
Here's my concern, and I'm putting it that way intentionally.
Okay, that's fair.
It doesn't mean it's necessarily should be your concern, but here's my concern.
Yeah.
The probation officer contacted the lady that you were living with,
Yeah, my child's mother.
and she's saying you can't go back.
I didn't plan on going that.
Okay. Do you have a place to stay?
Yes, with my sister.
Okay. That's one question.
Okay.
the next question is, I think you're gonna be a good candidate for probation, but you can see, you can't be on probation and test positive.
Right,
So then it's, if you, is an IOP enough to facilitate you staying
Staying.
clean?
yeah. Yes,
You positive?
yeah.
Okay.
I've got another question separate from that, but I will let you finish first.
Okay, and then my last thing, what's your employment situation?
So I was working with my child's mother's insurance agency.
Well, who's this guy that submitted the letter? Look,
That's a friend who has his a film company,
And what are you doing with him?
It's in Los Angeles. So I'll be doing security. I'll be doing
But you have to move out there,
correct.
because you need permission to do that.
I
Do you have something local?
Yeah. Yes.
And then the other thing is, don't, probation's gotta be able to reach you, so don't be a moving target.
Right.
You know, same phone number, if you change your phone number, your address, what address you gonna be staying at?
20600
2060,
Friday Avenue,
how do you spell that?
Priday, Euclid, Ohio. 44119.
Your phone number?
Shit.
Is it the same?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like
If I said it, would you recognize it?
2730093. It'd be a 440 number.
I have 440-904-0327.
No, that's not it. That's gone. So it's 440-273-0093.
Is this number right? 2600?
Yes.
All right, it wasn't registering, that's right. And then, what insurance agency are you
Like car insurance or health insurance?
working?
Oh, Forecast Insurance Agency.
Okay, and you're an administrative assistant?
Yes,
And you can go back there right away?
correct.
All right. You were in front of Judge O'Donnell.
Yes,
He's a no BS type guy.
Right.
If he has questions for you, be transparent.
yeah,
The worst thing you could do is get caught in a lie, or get caught trying to be,
slip.
or like even if, or you ever, I guess the word is disingenuous,
Right, I understand.
because he'll hone in on that.
Right,
Okay. Sit up straight, maintain, don't stare, but maintain eye contact. Yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor.
I understand.
The other thing I wanted to just kind of let you know what happened. A month ago, the probation officer said, look, I think this guy needs a drug and alcohol evaluation.
Right,
That's what I filed for. And then the date got pushed to January,
right, I saw that.
which was not my intention.
Yeah,
And then we kept tabs on when the report was done, and that's why I got moved up. But I just want you to know I didn't file that to jam you up for another month.
okay, thank you
All right,
for saying that.
all right. All right.
What's the likelihood of like being able to get my probation transferred to Los Angeles, and how do you go about that? Because it's a significant
Here,
income
Here-
increase.
here's what I would suggest you do. And say, I don't wanna be disrespectful,
That's
but
fair.
I'm
Just be
worried,
candid.
but
I'll
I'm
take
worried
it.
about you, okay? So
Yeah.
here's what I would say. Let's get clean. And I know you might feel like you're already clean because you detoxed,
Yeah,
but,
you can be candid.
there's my concern for you is you get out and you relapse, you won't have alternatives. I would say, go through treatment, complete treatment, pay all your court costs. Be tedious about complying on time, which is 20 minutes
15,
early,
like 20 minutes early.
all right?
And if
You
I
know,
can't,
yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. There is no if you can't. You
I
just
understand,
get
sir.
here, okay? And you see,
what
you know,
happens? Yeah.
there's no good, then kind of establish that you're on the right track, and then, you'd have to apply for transfer, wherever you're moving to, would have to accept supervision,
Okay,
okay? It's not impossible, but I rarely see it. But your best chance of having that is, again, if you've,
Hey, sir.
Establish a track record.
L26.
stay sober,
all right, sir.
all right? All right, I have to, judge usually talks to the prosecutor, I ain't changing.
So am I possibly going home today? If,
It's possible, yeah. You're either gonna go, I don't think you're gonna go to prison, although
Okay.
it's possible, but I think it'll either be, you go home and you have to get into an IOP right away,
right,
or you go into jail treatment program, which would be about another month at the jail, but you'd be on the jail tier.
I need to work.
Yeah, you need to stay clean.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with you, but
I understand that, so,
And here's the other thing, you can see, when you test positive, everything stops. This is where you are.
right,
And if you have a really good reason why you use, everything stops. You tell the guys in your pot, but that's what you'd be,
yeah,
okay? So I really, and this judge is very fair, very treatment oriented, but I couldn't, number one, he hasn't told me what he's gonna do, which he never does,
right.
so. I don't want you to,
Get my hopes up or anything.
No, I don't want you to feel like when we, after the hearing, like I was misleading, because I really don't know.
I understand.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. What's that?
Did you enjoy your early wake-up call?
I was already up. But yeah, I was glad to get out and
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Get a little fresh air?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't get any fresh air. I got non-pot air. I wanted to ask him to roll the window down just for it so I could slip outside, but
I would've rolled the window down for you, you know it's cold.
yeah,
Good to get some fresh air, man.
yeah,
After being in that tank.
man. It's a nut house too.
Oh. I see. Smells like feet and ass.
I guess you could get immune to that, but the arguing and bickering
Yeah,
and
what do they call it?
debating,
You get nose blind.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
like
fun.
the constant this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they argue everything.
Mm-hmm.
The Earth's flat, the Earth's round was the argument in the morning. The Earth being flat. Yeah,
Well, I guess 'cause there's nothing else to do.
yeah. They were playing chess for push-ups. It started with push-ups. Then, when they got tired of doing push-ups, they started betting the loser has to drink a bottle of water.
It's just the young guys.
The 18-year-olds don't know how to play chess.
Oh, man, they're real smart too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were more concerned with the arguments. And then,
They are not your friends.
at all, then on the TV,
No.
I thought I was gonna go insane because all they wanted to play was music videos for
Oh, yeah.
all morning, all night. I'm like, well,
That'll drive me
it's
crazy.
Monday night, can we please watch football and the Cavs?
Yeah, it was a decent game,
Yeah.
so.
Cavs won.
They did. Donovan Mitchell was outstanding, 43
He's
points.
always
Yeah,
outstanding.
he's really good.
You have a lot of injuries, so.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, Donovan Mitchell's gonna be dead.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, he needs some help. I watched him earlier in the season, and I mean, he just runs himself to the ground.
The guy's
He's a
amazing.
beast,
Yeah.
man.
He is a beast.
He's a beast.
Early in his career, he was really injury prone, but I guess now he's fairly healthy. Well,
He's a grueling sport.
the amount of games is
Yeah,
taxing.
82.
Poking each other, scratching, knocking each other down.
Yeah.
Grueling. I don't get scratching, poking. Oh, I hate basketball. These girls are scratching and elbowing.
No. Watch this. I was watching TV about 2 days ago, and there was something called wrestle ball, which I guess is a pretty mostly in like the middle
Wrestle ball?
wrestle ball. It was
Is there a ball involved?
a basketball hoop, a ball, and a wrestling mat, 3-on-3. Like, you can
I
slam the
don't know.
person. It was
That's too much.
The guys were terrible at basketball, but outstanding at wrestling.
Well, did you ever see that other show? Professional pillow fighting?
Oh, stop.
Yes, ESPN has it on every now and then. Professional.
Oh, I would love that.
When ESPN first started, they had the most obscure sports on that. And
Yeah.
now they're putting on professional pillow fighting. It's like, get out of here.
I was, you know what, I was okay with the Scripps National Spelling Bee being on ESPN.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
yeah.
But pillow
Making
fighting,
me feel real stupid.
Some of those
Yeah.
words I'm embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, what, wait, what is that? No. How do you know how to spell? How do you even know what that is?
Yeah. I'll tell you
All
what,
those kids from India.
yeah, I was gonna say that. Well, they practice with spelling their names. Krishnamurti.
I mean, man, some of them are just so smart, but
No, the funniest thing though, I hate to say it, is when they miss. When
Yeah,
they get one wrong,
completely
it is
dumbfounded.
like a meltdown. And
the dictionary is not correct.
yeah,
And those kids are amazing.
they are outstanding.
There was a guy who played for Ohio State way back when, named Jerry Lucas.
Uh-huh.
And then he went and, he played for the New York Knicks. Great career. But his big power was memorization. He memorized the entire Bible, word for word,
Wow.
in the New York City phone book. He could tell you the names, the addresses, and you can go anywhere, he'd tell you what their address and phone number was. He
That's
had
some
this
kind of like
savant,
mutation, yeah,
You know,
that's different.
he could memorize.
Like, I've got a pretty nearly photographic memory, but not,
and
to that
He
point.
could memorize and retain for years.
wow, wow. Well,
I asked him, you ever forget your own phone number? He started laughing. No. But could you
I'm pretty good
imagine
about,
that?
I'm pretty good.
And
I
that's
can't
when-
imagine it.
That's when the New York City phone book was like this,
Yeah.
you know.
Do they still make phone books?
We get one every year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, is it mostly businesses now?
yeah,
Yeah, because I'm sure
There's
people don't
gotta-
want their,
It's all landlines, hardwired lines.
so there are very few
Yeah,
landlines
there's not
nowadays.
cell phones,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
very few landlines now, I
very
imagine.
few.
I don't think, I can't remember the last time I've seen a landline phone. I mean, that's not
Unless
a
you're in an
business.
elderly person's home.
No, even in my, well, I don't think I have many, my mom's elderly and my dad's elderly. I mean, they're 70-ish, that's not elderly.
That's not old.
That's not
Come on
old.
now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sniffing that,
How old are you?
63.
You look great, you look great.
Yeah, remember the 20-foot cords?
Yeah. Tripping over them.
Yeah, but you never missed a call though.
You did not, they were loud. This just made me have a flashback to when I remember I was about, my sister's 5 years younger than me, so I was about 13, and I started talking on the phone with my little girlfriends and stuff. And she'd pick up the phone and try and eavesdrop, but you could
Yeah.
always hear the click when she picked up, get off the phone, Courtney.
Geez, you remember the first cell phones that rang, you'd have to.
Car phones. My
Yeah,
godfather had a car phone.
Little squiggly antenna on the
Yeah.
back window.
Yeah.
And then
That's it.
people were selling fake ones, so it looked like you had a cell phone, but it was
I
just-
never thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle Bill, he had a Oldsmobile. What was it, a 1998 or 90? What is that? The long box-looking car.
Oh, the Delta 88?
Yeah. And he had the windows were tinted.
I remember
Had
I
the
had
car
a-
phone.
My first phone was a bag phone.
What's a
It
bag
was in a
phone?
bag, because the battery was so big. You know, my first cell phone. And the thing, you know,
I never saw that.
oh yeah, those were the first ones that came in. You'd set the bag on your console. God, I was good shit with that thing. God, so stupid.
Was it a bag literally, or was it like a box?
No, it was a bag.
Oh,
It was
wow.
a bag. A black bag with a handle. And your phone was inside it.
Looked like a bomb, probably.
Yeah, probably. Almost like a shaving kit.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Man, I read 17 books in 45 days.
Pardon me?
I read 17 books in 45 days.
Wow.
I think I read more books in those 45 days than I did in my 43. No. Yeah. For sure, I don't think I read 17 books that were not for college in my
I
adult
didn't know
life.
that there was that many books in the jail.
Oh no, I found my niche, Western books.
Easy to
Ralph
read.
Compton, J.A. Johnstone. I love those Western books. I could just read them all day long. And then yesterday morning, I finished a book, and when it got turned off the music videos, Tombstone was on TV.
Oh,
So I was happy.
that's a good one.
It's a great movie, but then the guy that wants to debate the Earth being flat, oh, this is a terrible movie. Like, shut up. Like,
Okay, you've made your opinion
yeah.
apparent.
This is everything. I said, all right, I bet you if you tell him that this chair is blue, he's gonna argue that not this chair, but the chair that was in the pod is blue. I bet you he's gonna say that he'll argue that it's not blue, it's,
Just tell them it was a great music video at the end of the movie.
oh no, the music video guy and the debate guy were two different guys. I mean, there's a bunch of different personalities. There's the one guy who will not shower and talks to, at night you hear him arguing with his poop.
Who is that?
His name is Emilio. They put him on lockdown finally.
And he won't shower.
And I think that's why it's on lockdown, because he won't shower.
Yeah, it used to be mandatory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to shower every day.
They let him come out to take his meds one day, and it looked disgusting. It's just red bumps all over him. And then he grabbed a tablet. I said, make sure he doesn't, just make sure he keeps that tablet.
Some guys do that so no one comes near them. It's almost like a repellent.
He doesn't have to worry about
Being
that.
assaulted.
Yeah. And before he got into lockdown, he would just pace back and forth on the bottom floor, just back and forth, walking from count to count. The second he finished his meal, he'd start walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then count came, came back down and started walking back and forth. Like all day, smelly and all. Oh.
Like pig pen from United Ground.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was Linus. Oh no, Linus had the itchy blanket, right?
Yeah, Linus had the blanket.
Yeah.
Schroeder had the piano.
Yeah. What was the girl's name?
Lucy.
Lucy.
And you had Peppermint Patty. Who was the lesbian?
They didn't show enough Charlie Brown cartoons when I was a kid. I liked them.
Many of them. I mean, you know, you had the Pumpkin Patch and Christmas.
Yeah, I remember
And that was
Christmas.
about it.
Oh, so maybe there weren't that many then. Maybe there just weren't that many.
Yeah.
What was the comic that was on the newspaper? The Peanuts.
Peanuts. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm feeling nervous. Feel my heart like going tightening. Morning.
When people say their names, I just like immediately blank.
Yeah, well, especially first hearing of it.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Okay. Remember what we talked about. Let's go forward. The judge may have some questions for you, so be ready.
All right. That was
Thank you, Your Honor. We are present in the state of Ohio versus Robert Speed on case number 25 CR 142. We're here today for purposes of sentencing. The defendant is in court represented by counsel John Fatika. When we were last here on September 24th, the defendant pled guilty to an amended count 2, identity fraud, a felony of the 5th degree, count 11, possession of cocaine, a felony of the 5th degree, count 12, possession of a fentanyl-related compound, a felony of the 5th degree, and an amended count 17, forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. The court referred the defendant for a pre-sentence report, victim impact statement, and there was subsequently a motion for a drug and alcohol evaluation. Those reports have been completed, and the state's prepared to proceed with sentencing.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to review the PSR and the drug and alcohol evaluation. We're ready to go forward.
Go ahead.
I'd like to start out by highlighting the fact that these are Mr. Speed's first felonies. He doesn't have much of a record. I believe he has a misdemeanor that happened along with these cases. 43 years old. He's had a month and a half at the Lake County Jail to detox. You can see from the report that he had a traumatic childhood, but he does have an employment history. He's got a job as an administrative assistant in an insurance company if he's released. We're asking the court consider the recommendations in the drug and alcohol evaluation, allow Mr. Speed to participate in an IOP and try and get a handle on the drug problem. Thank you.
Okay, what do you have to say?
First of all, I apologize for my not being present for the first or the last hearings that I had. It's not a reflection of my disrespect for the court. I was just careless, and I apologize. I do feel that my drug addiction was not necessarily out of control, but it was a problem, and it led to me making poor decisions.
What's the difference between problem and out of control?
Well, the problem was that I was using it. Out of control was when I was using it somewhat excessively and to the point where I was doing things that were illegal to
So
support
it was
it.
out of control.
At a point. Yes, Your Honor, it was out of control. But I got a handle on it before, and I can get a handle on it
Well,
now.
if you got a handle on it before, why are you testing positive after you come here? If you had a handle on it, then you should have stopped using it
I agree.
before you got tested, right?
I agree.
So that tells me you didn't have a handle on it.
Well, I'm wrong. I was addicted. And I thought part of being addicted, I think sometimes I am delusional. And I was delusional. I thought that I had a handle on it, but clearly I did not. But I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to get a handle on it, and whatever I need to do to stay clean and get clean and move forward with my life.
What is it that you need to get clean and stay clean, in your view?
Some treatment along with a different form of employment. The employment that I had prior to being an administrative assistant was something that I was passionate about. What I'm doing, which was coaching for 21 years, coaching swimming. What I'm doing now, I'm not necessarily passionate about, but it does at least pay, and it's with my child's mother, and sometimes our relationship can be strained, so it's hard to work sometimes with her, but I've gotten it done. I also think that some of the people that I was around didn't help.
What people?
One would be my ex-girlfriend. Two would be,
Which one? What's her name? The one who was in the car and Welwick here?
correct, Jordan Davis?
Okay.
Yes. That was a poor decision or a poor relationship all the way around, and it's since ended. My living situation, which was with her, and there were times where we were living in places that were unsavory, and that also contributed to my out-of-control drug usage.
Like, I thought you were living in Madison with her.
I've never set foot in Madison a day in my life.
Isn't that what the police report said, that they were on their way?
That was not me. That was, I was in the car with her.
Where were you living with her?
Prior to, say, 2024, late October 2024 through maybe May of 2025.
Where?
It's a place called East Park. It's on Lakeshore in Cleveland, around 185th. But I've never lived in Madison before. I've never been to Madison before.
Okay. When did you live in Columbus?
I've never lived in Columbus. I went to treatment in Columbus for 2 weeks before, but I've never, outside of that, I've never resided in Columbus.
I can't find it, but somewhere in this PSR, there's some talk about you beating up some gang member in Columbus and getting your apartment window
Oh,
shut out
okay.
and your dog
So,
taken.
yeah.
What's that all
Yes,
about?
I was visiting, I was in Columbus and
Doing what?
visiting a friend.
When?
That's probably around October-ish, or October.
October of when?
Of 2024, I'm sorry, October of 2024.
And who were you visiting?
A family member and a friend.
Who?
Monica, well, my cousin her name is Monica Speed, and my girlfriend Jordan was driving, and she has a friend that was down there.
Okay.
Then we saw her friends, my cousin, her friend's boyfriend had an issue with us, and he took her car key. He we were in the car, and he didn't want to let us leave, and he took her car keys, and he had some other people that were with him, and so upon trying to retrieve the car keys, we got in a fight. And so after the fight happened, before we could get home, I guess he had friends that were up in Cleveland. Our apartment window on Lakeshore, our apartment was shot up and our dog was kidnapped. And that's when, like, out of fear, that's when we started renting hotels. And the one in Lake County was the one that we were renting. And that's when we started, I guess, our drug usage, I guess, traveled out, definitely traveled out to Lake County. And not wanting to be, because I didn't know what connections that the people had, since they were able to kidnap our dog and shoot our apartment up that fast. That was
So if I were to check with somebody in the 5th District, there would be a report of some windows being shot out of this apartment
Yes,
on Lakeshore.
yes.
Are you sure about that?
I didn't file a police report, but I'm sure that the police were called. But yes, there was definitely If you were to ask the owners of the apartment, they would, or maintenance, they would be able to tell you that too. But I'm not sure how to contact them at this point.
Okay.
But
What's with all these fake IDs?
honestly, there was that, and then once I was trying to register the fake IDs to check in the hotels, one, and then two,
Why didn't you
I
use
had-
your own ID? You got, before all this shit happened, you got no criminal record. So what was the problem
I'm a-
with your own ID?
I was worried that
Worried about what?
retaliation from those people, because they were,
See, I don't believe.
and then I'll tell you,
I don't believe this tall tale of Columbus.
no, that happened.
Okay, I don't believe it, but
I
anyway,
understand that.
so you get what, like 7 or 8 fake IDs?
All right, so can I also be genuine? I was also working with a person or a group of people with bank fraud.
Who?
One of the people is from Columbus, or that's who I was in.
With bank fraud?
Yeah,
Yeah, how did you get involved with working for people in Columbus with bank fraud?
drugs, that's how.
Okay. Well, who were you working with in Columbus?
You want the name of the individual who?
Well, it's somebody from a bank, right?
No.
Okay.
So, the whole, I guess, system is, the person gets someone's identity profile, then there's an ID that's made after their identity profile. And then from there, you try and go into a bank and withdraw money as that person. And I did that.
Okay, so you got.
I did that one time.
You got IDs from all over the country.
Right. But I've only, yes.
So you knew nothing about this until you hooked up with somebody in Columbus.
Correct. Well, no, I knew about it. That's another reason why I went to Columbus.
How did you know about it?
People, like, what do you mean, how did I know about it? How did I get,
Because you're 43 years old, and until this happens, you have no criminal record.
right,
So all of a sudden, you know about how this bank fraud stuff works.
oh, I didn't know how it worked until I got into it, but I got into it through, a friend of my girlfriend. And they asked me if I would be willing to do it, and, I asked questions like, how does it work, and how much money is there involved, and how much trouble and how successful is it, and he said, just try it. I tried it, I didn't pursue it, and that was one of the reasons why the
Well,
fight
you
happened.
pursued it because you had like 7 or 8 fake IDs in the car.
Well, yeah,
in your cell.
those were all given to me at once, but what I'm saying is I tried it
Given to you by who?
by the person in Columbus.
Okay, why was this person giving you all this stuff?
I believe, they believe that I was intelligent enough to pull it off.
Okay, and what was in it for them?
A percentage of whatever it was that I was able to take.
How much did you take?
To be honest, I don't remember. It was not, maybe $1,000 if I.
All right, well, one guy got 23,500 taken out of his accounts.
For me,
Wow. You tell me.
I never remember taking 23,500.
Okay.
I do remember.
How is it that you all of a sudden became such a bad judge of character?
I was the bad character.
And getting involved with this Jordan Davis?
Drugs, sir.
Okay, well, when did the drugs start?
2021, and then they stopped for about a year or two.
Why did
and
they
then
start? Why did you start using drugs?
Stress, curiosity. I lost my job. I went through a divorce. I lost my house with my children. I went through, I guess, the first serious adult traumatic experiences. I had a number experience, like traumatic experiences earlier in my life, but I guess I thought I got past them, and then that was the best way, not the best way, but the way that I coped
Okay,
at that
then-
time. And I think also I had, during the time of COVID where I was just, I guess, out of work and bored, I picked up that to occupy time, and it was not the right
How did
decision.
you know where to go and get drugs when
Oh,
you had never
sorry.
used before?
Sir, I grew up in East Cleveland. I grew up in East Cleveland, which is a heavily infested drug area, and I have a very large family and a number of addicts, including parents who are addicts and relatives who are addicts and dealers.
Yet
So-
you managed to avoid all that until 4 years ago.
Right. Until,
How did you manage to avoid it?
being encompassed in something that I was passionate about, which was my career, my family, my children.
Okay, and you saw what drugs had done to your own family members over the years, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you thought, why not try this? This seems like a good idea.
No, sometimes I think in that situation, it wasn't that I thought it was a good idea. I think it was, I saw things falling apart, and I didn't have the wherewithal to do anything different. And I was still around, the environment, because even though I moved to the suburbs, I still have family members that were in the urban areas and so forth. So it's always been present. It's just something that I never partook in.
And then you say you stopped for a while.
Yes.
How did you manage to stop for a while?
To be honest, church.
What do you mean?
I started going to church regularly. I was going to prayer meetings. I was praying with relatives that were, well, my father is a deacon, the head of the deacon board. My sister's head of the usher board. I was just around the right environment and around the right people. And
then you started up with the drugs again. Why?
that was right around when I lost my job. And I was transitioning, and a better word is falling.
Okay, so you know what life is like when you're not using drugs.
Correct.
You had the chance to observe a lot of people growing up that did use drugs and how it destroyed their lives, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then for whatever reason you decide to use, then you are able to stop by yourself,
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
then you decide to use again.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you should be able to stop all by yourself, right?
I'm not gonna underestimate my addiction or overestimate my abilities, but I do believe that if I had professional guidance that I can stop. And I do know that if I have professional guidance that I can stop. Sometimes I just need coping mechanisms and also need to be busier, more productive.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do for work?
Well, I'm gonna continue doing, being an administrative assistant.
She says you don't work there no more.
At this moment, I don't work here, but according to my,
According to her, you're not employed there.
okay,
So you don't like doing that job anyway.
I don't, I'll be honest with
All right, I mean, there's a lot of people walking around out there that don't like doing what they're doing, but they have to live, so they have to make some money.
you. Yeah, yes. So I also have my sister's husband. He has a concreting business, and prior to turning myself in, I was talking to him about doing that, and he said he would show me how. That's one. Two, I have a good friend in Los Angeles who wants me to come and work for his film company, but I'm not. I'm being on probation, or if I wasn't on probation or incarcerated or in treatment, that's not going to happen. But I've never had a problem finding employment and like making money. I just made a poor decision with getting money illegally.
You seem like you're one of two things, okay? You're either a smart guy or you fancy yourself a good bullshitter. One of those two. That's how you come across.
I understand, Your Honor. I don't fancy myself a good bullshitter though.
Okay,
And I don't fancy myself a smart guy either because I made some dumb decisions. As smart is what smart does.
have a seat. Ms. Alessi?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is recommending community control sanctions, including drug and alcohol treatment in the Decision Points program. As of today, the defendant has 38 days of credit.
All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report, the drug and alcohol evaluation. I've considered, I've also reviewed the victim impact statement of the guy that got $23,500 taken out of his bank account. And you have no idea where that money is.
No, sir, not 23,000. I don't know which victim. It was so foggy. I don't remember which what name I went into the bank and took money from. But I do know that I did take money from a victim. I do remember that.
All right, I've also considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to place you on community control for 5 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to serve 98 days in jail with credit for 38. In the last 30 days, you're going to be in the jail treatment program. And you're going to complete that and follow all the recommendations. I expect that if there's a problem in the jail treatment program, Ms. Randazzo, I'd be notified of that rather than somebody being kicked out without my knowledge. You're going to complete the Decision Points program through probation and follow those recommendations. You're to have no drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're going to get a mental health evaluation. You're going to follow those recommendations. And I'm making that one of your orders based on your statements here today.
Yes, sir.
You're to utilize only one doctor and one dentist and one pharmacy for prescription medication. You're to take your medication only as it's prescribed. You sign releases for probation. You have no contact with any of the victims in this case. No contact with the Davis or the other person that was in the car. Who was that other person?
Amanda Matthews, Your Honor.
Is there there's no restitution that we're aware of?
No, Your Honor.
And you're gonna pay the cost and supervision fees. Anything else, Ms. Randazzo, as far as terms?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You understand the terms?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question about the terms?
No, Your Honor.
If you violate the terms, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. And if I find you violated, you're looking at 48 months in prison, you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The remaining charges are dismissed. Anything else, Mr. Lesher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Fatika?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
All rise.